All right, so here we go. The Warrior GT2 Senior blocker. All right, so the reason I wanted to do this or just talk about this is maybe just post some info out here about senior level gear, because if you're a beer league, rec league goalie like myself, anytime you want to go look for some new gear or you're wondering about some new gear, it's always like the crazy, like pro level, $2,500, $3,000 plus set of goalie gear. Yeah, and if you're thinking adult, that's 2 house payments for goalie gear. So that can be a little expensive. So I started looking at senior gear, and I was looking for pads, and I decided to go with Warrior. So here's the blocker, and this is the blocker, the RGT2 Senior. I would say right off the bat for the value, Warrior gear, senior level stuff is probably the best bang for your buck value. So between the blocker, the glove, and the leg pads, I probably spent around $1,000 brand new, and this gear works great. It's perfect if you're just playing rec league level stuff. So, but if you're like in a real hardcore league, or you're actually like playing like actual sanctioned like competitive hockey, yeah, you might want to look into some of that stuff. But if you're like a majority of the world and just playing beer league hockey, then this stuff is fine. So let's start with the blocker, because this one's really quick. So one thing I liked about Warrior gear is, the reason I went with the Warrior to start off with is, one, that they make their stuff really light. It's probably the lightest weight pads, blocker, glove that you can find on the market. And a lot of this stuff, when it comes in out of the box, is already really broken in. So if I stick my hand in the glove now, it did not, this stuff came out of the box and I took it right to the ice 2 hours later and was, playing a pickup game session, and it felt broken in. It felt perfect. Like there was hardly any adjustment to it at all. Could just strap the stuff on and just go. I don't put tape on my goalie stick, so that's why the palm's not tore the hell up. That's probably the biggest reason I don't do tape. And a lot of the goalie sticks now have like a little stickier kind of coating up by the shoulder of the paddle, which is really nice to have. You can feel it between your fingers, gives you a lot of control, especially these new composite sticks. Foam cores, maybe not so much, but I mean, those are gone by the wayside. I mean, you're getting a foam core stick in cheap bargain bin. But anyway, we're not talking about sticks. I'm talking about blocker. So the Warrior, shake this thing off real fast here. The Warrior blocker, it's pretty simple. One thing I did like about this though, and that you can do, so if you look underneath here, this strap here on this side, you can adjust the hand position of this blocker to high, medium, or low. And what that does is it moves the hand up and down the board, and you can move the position of the blocker. So I just set it to medium. It worked for me. I liked it. But if you're one of those people that likes to set it up higher, you can, this glove comes out, and then you can adjust all that here. Adjustment point here, and adjustment point down in here. So this is open, so you get a better view of this. So that's another thing that's kind of nice, even with like senior level gear, that you can take this mitt out of the blocker and then wash it in case it gets like really stinky, because as we all know, goalie gear fucking stinks. I mean, not only do I suck as a player, but also my gear smells too. So anyways, that's another joke for other stuff. But no, basic stuff with the blocker. Gloves nice, feels comfortable. Whatever material is inside of there, as it says, removable palm, Warrior Ritual GT2. This is a large, basically this senior size is a large stock. You got a pretty thick sideboard here that covers your hand and wrist in case you take a puck deflection, rides up your stick. I did not get, with this thumb protection and with this finger protection here and a little bit of padding, I did not get any pucks that rode up my paddle and like broke a finger or anything crazy like that. I know a couple of my other friends have used block. They put that little block thing on their paddle, and that's fine. I just thought it added more weight. Plus, I thought this was more than adequate coverage. You know, if you're looking at it, sticking your hand in there, that covered up those fingers. So that wasn't a problem at all. So yeah, traditional, I guess you could say, with their paddle board on the inside and also on the outside of the blocker. It's pretty fat up front too. It's black. I wanted to go black pads. That's my personal preference. The black pads, to me, like, they hide all the puck marks. And if you see people with white pads, you know, about a year or two in their ownership, they start getting yellow and dingy, and they just look bad. No matter how much magic eraser you use or electric shave, you just can't get those things clean looking again. And I have maybe a little bit of OCD or something like that, so I know I'd probably be wasting a lot of time cleaning pads and trying to take the puck marks off. But anyway, I like the black pads. So no, not a Corey Crawford fan or anything, but I do like his sets personally, and same with Robin Leonard. But no, I just wanted to go black because it's easy maintenance and it looks great when you're on the ice. So yeah, blocker pad up front. It's a pretty stiff board here, so you get pretty good hot rebounds off this thing. Like, there's no flex, barely, like, really putting some weight trying to get this thing even to move even a quarter of an inch, and it's not happening. This stuff is really light. This blocker weighs under 2 pounds. I don't have the exact weights because I don't have like food scale with here or nothing like that, but no, this has been really good gear. You know, if you're starting out as a goalie or playing rec league like I am, and this is my big disclaimer, I do not claim to be any type of goalie genius at all. I'm a crappy rec leaguer that just started playing, and I fucking suck. So anyway, just getting better game by game, but I'm enjoying the challenge and playing it. So anyway, this is the Warrior RG2 Senior blocker. All right, guys, thanks a lot.